Urban.
Okay. Welcome everyone to the Orange County Education and Economic Development Committee meeting for Monday, November 20th at 4 p.m. I would ask at this time that you please silence all your cell phones, personal devices. There's a copy of the agenda for this meeting, and it can be found on the county website under the tab for the legislature. I ask that we please rise for a moment of silent reflection for Nicole Anderson's family member, which is why she cannot be here today. And a pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Adrian?
Here.
Luana? O'Donnell? Ramos?
Here.
Savage?
Here.
Mathew?
Here.
Here. Benita?
Here.
Present.
Thank you. We have a little bit of housekeeping here due to the just received the letter. We need to make a change to the agenda for today due to the RFP time constraints. The Youth Bureau will need to remove the following request. That's going to be 3B. It's legislative request number 276. New York State OCFS funding for the youth team sports in the amount of $100,000. The rest of items will be remain. Do I need a motion, a second to do that? No? Thank you. Okay, without further ado, first up, we have Brenda Luciano, who is going to be representing for Nicole Anderson for community development. The request is a supplemental appropriation to the 2023 budget, which represents the surplus program income received for community development block grants known as CDBG and HOME home in 2022. These additional funds will be spent on the 2023. Let me repeat that. These additional funds will be spent in 2023. $143,829.16. Legislative request 252. May I have a motion and a second?
I make that motion.
Joan and Sassy. The floor is yours. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good. You.
Good. So every year we estimate our program income to be at 175,000. For 2022, we received 319,000, more or less. And so this is just recording the surplus program income so we can spend it. So we need to have it added into our budget.
Very well. Any questions, comments? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, item number 2, we have Dr. Christine Young, President, Orange County Community College, Paul G. Martland, Vice President of Administration and Finance for Orange County Community College. I understand Dr. Young is not going to be with us today. Mr. Martland will be presenting. We have a request for supplemental appropriation to the capital project budget in the amount of $320,000 for safety and security, access control upgrade for the Middletown Newburgh. B is $725,000 for paving, drainage, and sidewalk upgrade campus-wide. C, $625,000 for biotech. D, $300,000 for campus camera upgrades at Newburgh. E, $330,000 for campus camera upgrade at Middletown. This amounts to a total of $2,300,000. These projects have been approved under the 2023 capital plan as projects number 81 through 85. Upon approval, a new capital project will be created. Legislative request number 286. May I have a motion and a second? Okay, so that's Tenenga and Joan. Your floor is yours. Welcome.
Okay, thank you. Before I start, I'd just like to hand out for your edification, hot off the presses, our year in review for last year, and provided copies from the remaining members of the legislature as well. Okay, this is the last step in the capital projects that are listed here. They have gone through the full process up until this point. The state has committed to their half, and it's just now to initiate the bonding. I will turn it over to Corey Dawkins, who we've all met, Director of Facilities, just to quickly review the project.
Hi, Corey, I should introduce you. My apologies.
Okay, I have 4 handouts of, basically it's a PowerPoint of what I'm going to present, if anyone's interested. It's got pictures, kind of illustrate what I'm talking about. Okay, so there are 5 projects that we're seeking bonding approval for. The first one is the paving, drainage, and site work upgrades campus-wide. The budget for this is $725,000. We have targeted an area totaling 220,000 square feet of paving. We have cracking, settling, and normal wear and tear, which has caused driving and pedestrian safety issues in several parking lots and the intercampus roadway. Specifically, replacing about 12,500 square feet of walkways, repairing or replacing catch basins, replacing approximately 150 feet of curbs, installing speed bumps, bumper blocks, replacing 1,000 feet of damaged sidewalks. All areas will require a partial or complete milling of the surfaces. The next project is a biotech chiller replacement. The budget for this is $625,000. We have an existing 500-ton absorption chiller, which was installed in 2005. It has a 20-year life expectancy. We plan on replacing the existing chiller with an efficient electric chiller. Electric chillers are typically smaller, less polluting, and have a higher level of performance. The project will also include removing and replacing about 20 feet of a concrete block wall for access to the boiler room where the chiller is located.
Excuse me. Where did you get handouts or did you, were there enough or? Make some more.
Okay. All right, so the remaining 3 projects are under the umbrella of security. The first one is the access control upgrade in Middletown and Newburgh. The budget for this is $320,000. Currently, we have 2 separate access control systems, one in Newburgh, one in Middletown. The current system is no longer supported by software upgrades. The access control system in Middletown is also tied into the BMS system, the building management system. This causes issues when multiple people try to access the system at the same time. So if HVAC is using the system, security can't log in and they can't access, they can't control the access points. Upgraded technology, we will create one system for both campuses and separate it from the BMS. The next 2 projects are the camera campus upgrades in both Newburgh and Middletown. The budget for the access control upgrade is $320,000. Should have said that. So for the campus camera upgrades, Newburgh and Middletown, the Newburgh budget is $300,000. The Middletown budget is $330,000. Most of the existing cameras in Newburgh and Middletown are between 8 and 12 years old. The existing servers are not reliable and continue to be problematic. Cameras have typically a 5+ year life expectancy, and many of our cameras can no longer be repaired. The goal for phase 1, which is this, is to replace all the recording servers needed for viewing and recording and adding additional cameras. The new servers with upgraded technology will give security additional image retention, and the new technology in the cameras will provide better video resolution and clarity.
And am I correct that phase 2 is in the following year's capital plan?
Right.
So we'll be coming back to this issue to finish this project next year. But the security camera issue is, is critical, obviously, in a college environment today. And, a number of our cameras are no longer working. So we really do need to attend to this, and it's been in the works for some time, but it's timely that we're going to be able to get this done very quickly.
Excellent. Any questions of the legislators? Any of these projects now? Okay, I just have one question. Will your new cameras be able to, where appropriate, detect license plates?
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
Detect license plates?
They will not. They can do facial recognition and they can do similar things like that, but we haven't really discussed license plate reading.
Okay.
We can certainly do that because we're still in the process of deciding what we want.
I bring it up only because something I ran into in specifying a system where you couldn't read the license plates when you're in the parking area. Sometimes that's necessary.
Okay. So there's two different parts of that. There is reading the license plates, like viewing and seeing it, and there's also accessing like a database of registration information. Are you,
I'm referring just to the
Just to
visual
the-
because it's reflective background. The video doesn't pick up the plate itself.
so the clarity?
So the clarity of this, it requires a special something or other, but I bring it to your attention.
Technical term.
Yeah, something or other works for me. I don't know about you, but we'll figure it all out. So, that's the only question I had. Anyone else? Okay, hearing nothing else, all in favor? Opposed? Unanimous. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Have a nice holiday.
You as well. Have a thanks. Let's see here. Number 3 on the agenda, we have Rachel Wilson, Director of the Youth Bureau, and Susan Ambrosino, Associate Account Clerk 2. A is a request for supplemental appropriation received from New York State Office of Children and Family Services for funding youth team sports program. $66,434.00, January 2023 through September 2023. Legislative request number 277. May I have a motion and a second?
Second.
Sassy Stenanga. The floor is yours. Welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am here on behalf of Rachel. She's out celebrating the birth of her first grandchild, so I'm sitting in her place. This request is basically, the request is an increase for the youth sports and education that we're getting from New York State Office of Children and Family Services. It's higher than what we had put in our 2023 budget. The final allocation was increased due to increased level of revenue from the sports betting. And that money is filtered in through Office of Children and Family Services into this program. So it's just to increase the level of what we originally were allocated.
Okay. Good. Questions, comments? Legislative Purdue.
How much, what additional services will that help provide? Or just the same ones, just more of it?
More of it, we can allocate it out, further money to the programs. And Rachel has already gone through and done a process for that, so they have been able to run their programs to a higher level based on this additional funding. It takes some pressure off the nonprofits and the municipalities.
Okay. No other questions? All in favor? Opposed? Unanimous. Item number B, we have a request for supplemental appropriation.
You
Pulled that one.
pulled it.
Sorry, you're right.
We pulled it based on the RFP and the end of the year.
There we go.
timeline.
I didn't mark it on this one. Thank
We'll
you.
revisit this next,
Yes.
in January.
Take care, happy Thanksgiving.
Well, it's a team effort. Thank you very much. Okay, last we have Stephen M. Gross, the Director of Economic Development, and Amanda Dana, the Director of Tourism, for an updated presentation on what's going on in the area. Whitney,
Do I have to plug this in down here or?
if you like. What do you got? Presentation?
Yeah, quick presentation. Before
Joe?
you plug that in, I think we gotta talk to Joe.
Yeah.
Because if, I don't think you can plug that in here. You may have to plug it in the other room with Joe.
Gotcha. Okay. Motion and second? We don't need one, it's an update. Welcome.
Hi, thanks.
Hi, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Try to get your video presentation up
Yeah.
while we're doing that.
With a little slideshow here.
Okay.
Why don't I jump around? Instead of respectful of everybody's time, I'm just gonna jump into a couple other items if I may, if you're cool with that.
Yeah, please.
Okay, just while we're getting this all set up, and we'll come back to that. So a couple of things we have going on in the county. There's a lot of outreach that's continuing with respect to economic development. Amanda and I recently appeared before the Hudson Gateway Association of Realtors. I think Kathy was there. A really good group of individuals, about 100 realtors throughout the county, come in to talk about all the things going on in Orange County and why it's a great place for real estate. I think we're one of the top counties for home sales in the Hudson Valley, which is really good stuff. We also participated in an assembly roundtable with Brian Mara at Legoland last week. There was a great opportunity to talk about a lot of the issues facing the tourism industry in the county. Amanda was part of that as well. So we had a really good opportunity there to chat about a lot of issues going on. We also worked with Mount St. Mary College on a Economic Development Roundtable, the acting president has put together. The college is doing a lot to try to really increase its visibility in the community and let everybody know it's here as an educational resource. We actually let the college know that we're planning on doing our next economic summit there next year. So the third annual Orange County Economic Summit will be held at Mount St. Mary's. We think it's a great opportunity to showcase some more of our educational opportunities and institutions that we have throughout the county. So Paul, thank you to SUNY Orange for hosting the first 2 years. It was a very great place to have our summit. So we're moving forward. We continue to work with advanced manufacturing and looking at some of the opportunities that are coming to the county. There's some great programs in schools. Your district, Mr. Sassy, Pine Bush High School has an incredible advanced manufacturing program with Principal Haas. So Hopmeyer, we met with him a couple weeks ago. We actually took him and his students to UAP, the foundry in town of Newburgh, where they make the Oscars and a lot of other public art opportunities. And they thought it was an incredible nexus between training some kids into schools, possibly tying in BOCES and seeing what we can do to bring UAP to the table to really start working on trading that next level of career paths for our
The
county.
3D printing is pretty impressive there too, so it's
3D printing and CAD systems. And
Did you get a tour of all that?
We sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, mind blowing stuff.
It's
Really
amazing.
high
There's a
end.
lot offered for kids.
And there's not a lot of other programs like that in other districts. So
No.
there's a great opportunity to share some of that information, we think, and try to coordinate those programs, see if you can model them and try to get some of those careers in place. We understand college educations cost a lot. If you can get a good career right here at home with some certificates or programs, we want to provide that level of education as well. There's been a lot of other things going on in the county. Polycraft had their groundbreaking in Middletown, 100 new jobs. They do high-end packaging materials. There's also Polycraft Industries in Newburgh, New Windsor, your district, excuse me, Mr. Menuda. And they do boxes for Amazon, really neat industry that's blowing up in our county with respect to supporting all the different mail order institutions that we have, packaging and wrapping and all that. Everything comes in a package and does have to be produced somewhere. So these are going on in the county. I saw Genesis at the Foundry the other night, great opportunity in the city of Newburgh. So you were there too, Mr. Menuda. That's a great adaptive reuse program. Took an old foundry that was in place for decades that has just been stuck in the mud and really turned it into some high-end lofts and some housing opportunities for people in the city. And it's really cool. If you get a chance, check it out. Great views of the river and places to live there. So we're doing some things with housing. There are some other opportunities in the city that were recently announced as well. So those are on our agenda. Looking at other things that are going on, we're having a lot of leads in the county coming in. One of the things I want to talk to you about is the summit. Once I get that video going, I don't know if my computer vanished somewhere. But we want to talk to you. We did have a lot of relationships that were developed as a result of the summit. The actor who came down, Scott Valentine, also does some capital investment on the side and has some great programs. So we really opened up a lot of dialogue with some of those actors and facilities we have in the county. For instance, Umbra is now working closer with your neck of the woods. I'm blanking on the name. New Century Films. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Came back.
they're now partnering.
Yeah, so relationships that were put together as a result of that summit were really helpful and fruitful as we go forward. And there's a lot of other calls that we've received recently. A company looking to come down and relocate from the state of Maine, their ceramics business, looking at the city of Newburgh. Think it's a great nexus. Actually, they'd really ideally like to be in Beacon, but they realize Beacon is a little bit locked out with respect to land and prices and opportunities. So they're looking at Newburgh as the new frontier to saddle and partner up with Beacon with respect to the arts industry. So really interesting stuff coming there. And the foreign trade zone continues to move forward. We've met with Sarah Tile in Middletown. They're a great company. They actually do importing of tile from all over the world, India, a lot of other places. There might be a great opportunity for the foreign trade zone to provide benefits to that company as well. They did not know about the foreign trade zone opportunities, and we're making that available to people to let them know that it's out there. And other things are coming in. The Canna Real Estate Group has called us. They're really interested in the growing cannabis industry in our county. And we're looking to also, I mentioned this a few months ago when I came here, we have a high-end memory care developer who's looking to put together a memory care facility at another level up from a nursing home. And things are moving forward with this project. I think you'll be hearing something in the next couple months about a project moving forward, maybe someplace centrally located in the county to provide really high-end memory care to people that are in need, which is obviously a big need in the community out there. Aside from that, a lot of things going on with the state. Empire State Development has recently announced $1.2 million for Cornwall for their downtown revitalization with respect to a hotel and parking project and I believe restaurant. That's in addition to the $4.4 million that they put together earlier this year for the downtown revitalization program. The state also announced $50,000 grants to many local craft beverage operators in the county. Groundlands, Applewood Winery, these have all received some funding in the last couple months from the county, and Graff Cider in the city of Newburgh, $1.3 million production facility. Connected now? I am connected now. Yes, took the old Powder Creek Mill and turned it into a great facility to start manufacturing their products. You know, there's also a couple other opportunities coming up. The Mid-Hudson Momentum Fund has a deadline of July 31st. Those are the Empire State Development programs under the CFA program. So these are two programs that are coming up. Now let me dive in. I think I reversed my whole presentation. If I'm all right with that, speeding through it.
All good. While we're on it, I just want to recognize Heather Bell, CEO and President of the Orange County Chamber of Commerce is with us today.
All right, so you just ready to go, Joe? Do I just have to go forward? Okay, all right, that was a test. All right, so jumping right in here. The entire county economic development team, we work hand in hand on a day-to-day basis. Heather's here. Thanks for being here, Heather. And Amanda, Maureen, Bill, we're always talking on a day-to-day basis about all the things that are going on in the county. And we held our economic summit in September of this year. It was our second annual summit. We had 325 people come this year to talk about tourism and hospitality and the growing industry sectors in our county, job creation, all the things that go along with it. We had two phenomenal keynote speakers, Josiah Brown, the New York Sherpa, and Yoni Boxer, who's the executive director of the Governor's Office of Motion Pictures and Film. They gave really fantastic presentations. Their entire presentations are online on YouTube. If you want to check them out, we'd encourage you to do so. Some pictures of the event. We had, again, a lot of people come out, a lot of community members showing support. So thank you all that were there. County Executive Newhouse gave some welcoming remarks, as well as Dr. Young from the college. And here's your two keynotes. Again, Yoni on the left and Josiah on the right. Both stole the show, and we've been hearing good things about those comments ever since. And I just want to thank all the legislators that took the time to be there today as well. Genesis was there, I know, and Katie was there. And thanks for everybody for being there. And then here's Amanda. We had a couple panels. One of the panels was on tourism and hospitality and the growing sectors we had there. We had some community members, Dave Mastretta from Woodbury Commons, Sunny Patel was there as well. We had, Amanda, train's not working, Legoland.
Stephanie, John?
Stephanie, thank you. Stephanie from Legoland and our friend from the state from the hotel.
Eric.
Thank you. Eric, thank you. Thank you. So a great panel. And the same thing with our film and movie panel. We had Pamela from Pamela's Traveling Feast, Scott Valentine, Tony and Summer from Umbra, Jillian Anderson, Jillian Fisher, different one, who does, casting and site location, and Scott Perry from Atlas Security, all talking about the film and movie industry and how it's been beneficial to their industries in the county as well and growing their business. And it all comes down to location. And that's one of the things we hear in all we do these days. It's about our location, our geographic prime positioning in the Northeast has really helped us. And to do that, we really wanted to put together an economic development video to promote and showcase why Orange County is the place to do business and turbocharge business. So if you haven't seen it, I want to present this to you today and show you the Orange County Economic Development video. And where's the audio? Oh, all right, I've got video, but I don't have audio apparently. Click to join audio. Where's Joe? All right. Technology, it never works when you need it, right?
Want me to sing, Stephen? or-
Please do.
No.
Married, no.
Start
We
narrating.
need the music, we need the full vibe.
Can start narrating it. Yeah, so this is a great video put together. It really tied into a lot of our sectors and our economy that really adds to why Orange County is remarkable in many different facets. But
So one thing I want to bring up is that from that summit, some good things have happened. A lot of connections were made. A lot of people came there from even other counties in the state, of course. The state's office, the film office of motion pictures and television, they decided that they're going to end their year with a virtual fan tour of Orange County. So that was great. So they were there. There was about 4 people from the governor's office there. And they said, no, we really want to highlight Orange County. So the Orange County Film Office, is putting together a little video similar to this that we are going to be presenting to the state on December 14th. And you guys will all get invitations to that. It's basically a virtual fan tour. So what you do is you go through our assets, like where are the stages, where are your locations, who are your stakeholders. And I just had our kickoff meeting, did some collecting video content today for that, but very similar to this, we're going to do the same thing for the film office. So
Let's see if it works.
Orange County in New York. I'm Steve Newhouse, County Executive of Orange County in the beautiful Hudson River Valley. There's no wonder why Orange is one of the fastest growing counties in New York State. We're more than just an ideal location to propel your company to new levels of greatness. And we're more than a special place with great history, shopping, entertainment, and quality of life. Orange County is also a place to turbocharge your business. We're a county of strivers and builders who have powered potential into energetic success. Companies of all sizes, from small businesses to global corporations, have made Orange County's culture of possibility. Those companies are growing and flourishing here, and yours can too.
Orange County is the place to be. We're just 60 minutes north of New York City. With our 3 interstate highways, an international airport, and a robust rail network, we're a hub for tourism and trade. And we're right in the center of 18% of the nation's population.
Orange County has the infrastructure you need to succeed. Shovel-ready land is available, as are industrial, commercial, and office properties. Plus, our manufacturing and distribution networks are at your service.
Our network of colleges and universities provide customizable and accredited training and a job pool ready, willing, and able to thrive. This educated, talented workforce is on standby to help you achieve bigger, better, and greater wins.
Orange County's long tradition of agriculture continues to be a vital hub of our economy. We're home to dozens of agritourism destinations, such as craft breweries, world-renowned food production operations, and farm-to-table restaurants. We prize innovation, collaboration, and bold strategies to capture success.
Some of New York's biggest attractions are right here in Orange County. They include the United States Military Academy at West Point, Storm King Art Center, Legoland New York, and of course, right here, Woodbury Common Premium Outlets. We also have wonderful places to dine on the shores of the Hudson River, wineries, great recreation options, gorgeous mountains, and endless opportunities to really have fun.
For an entrepreneur like me, Orange County provided a terrific setting for my spirits business to take off. This community cultivates success, and the people around here really care about each other. That's one reason why Orange County is such a special place to live.
Hollywood knows Orange County is lucrative. This is where the Oscars, the Academy Award statues, are manufactured. And Orange County's beauty, as well as our diverse city, suburban, and rural settings, have made us a go-to location for filming movies, TV shows, and videos.
Orange County's Office of Economic Development will be right at your side. We advance the health, prosperity, and economic welfare of county residents by helping create and retain jobs. We'll guide you to financial resources, and we'll support your site selection and employment training.
Invest in your company by investing in Orange County. We have the energy, vision, and resources to fuel your business's future.
Come do business in Orange County.
Come live in Orange County.
Come thrive in Orange County.
Come grow with us in Orange County.
Come have fun in Orange County.
Work where you want to live. Come to Orange County, New York. We are open for business.
Thank you for that.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, so we put this video online. We're pushing it out to all of our partner agencies in the county to put it on their websites. We've got, I believe, on the county YouTube page, one of the largest numbers of hits on this video, over 500 since we put it up. So anybody that has a organization or agency that would like a copy of this, we're happy to given the link and have it put out there to everybody. We're really trying to show the county in a snapshot that really encompasses what we're out there to what we have to offer in a a 2 to 3 minute video that people can enjoy and really understand. So we think it's a good video, and we're looking forward to helping to get it out there a little bit more. So thanks for all your help. And one of the things we're going to do is put it on the reoccurring TV videos that are playing at DMV and in some of the county offices. We think it's a great captive audience to try to showcase some of the things we have going on.
Just comment on the video. Great video, by the way. It was well received at the summit. Any chance they could be clipped down for actual advertising on the networks?
Absolutely. This was made to be modular so that we can take pieces in and out as needed and reduce it as necessary. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, Joe, how do I get to the next slide without? Let me start your house.
Thank you.
You have another one, Steve?
Nope, I'm just trying to get back to the non-video portion. So this is where tech support comes in handy. Or lack thereof.
At the light, by the time I get to you.
Where's that tea when you need it?
Interesting, they need it when they need it, right?
You should stay in here, Joe.
Trying to get back to the radio side here.
Second part of this is just really going over some of the high level takeaways from the feasibility study, the Compass Center feasibility study. Which
good.
Here.
Yeah, so let's jump right in. I know we've kind of jumped all over the place. We sent out a couple weeks ago the feasibility study. I believe it was sent to the legislature, to the clerk's office. I think it went out to everybody. If not, we have some copies here. But we'd like to give you a very high-end overview as to what we have found with respect to this study. We did hire Johnson Consulting. I know the legislature supported that. And we had a meeting with them about 2 to 3 weeks ago where they came in and presented to the county executive and to a couple members of the legislature the key findings that were with respect to that study that they did. And the bottom line is it's all very positive news. They came back and basically said that Orange County, there's a void in the region in the New York State market with respect to conference center space, that there's just a big gap considering the fact that we're 60 miles from New York City and there just aren't that many facilities of this kind in this area. We have a prime location, as we mentioned before, and our amenities are growing, which gives people a lot of things to do when they come to the area. All this stuff makes us a very attractive location for a conference center. We identified 4 what we thought were logistical, reasonable sites based on early information. Those were the Wallkill, Lindbergh, Woodbury Common, and Stewart Airport interchange areas. We would
I'd go with Stewart.
Yeah, I bet you would. All these sites have various pros and cons. The consultants came in, they did an analysis of what they thought were key metrics. And although we thought those were the 4 logical sites, from an outside standpoint, they did not feel that way.
Yeah.
They came down and looked and said, these are great sites, but they're all good in one area or bad in another. They don't have the secret sauce that we need. With respect to, that's everything from parking to ability to expand the facility, to hotels, to amenities, restaurants, walkability, tons of things factored into that decision. So additional sites came out as we took them around the county. They looked at the Goshen Hospitality site, which is not too far from down the road from the county jail site. Tuxedo Ridge, which is a site in the Tuxedo area near the Renaissance Fair, Camp LaGuardia, the Orange County Fairs, and the Maybrook Galaxy site. These are all notated in the study again on page 12. We can talk about them a little bit more. But the bottom line is that they said there are 2 facilities that Orange County can support at the end of the day. Not one, what we thought. They came back and said that there's 2 opportunities for these facilities. One would be a multi-purpose conference center that can hold various events. It would be a large modular facility. Trade shows, gatherings, corporate events have the ability to take down, put up walls as needed. And this would be a 50 to 75,000 square foot facility. The other would be a corporate retreat, which would be more of a high-end hotel to host corporate meetings, executive retreats, film festivals, social gatherings, and other special events with 20 to 30,000 square feet. The consultants thought that the corporate retreat might be a good opportunity for the Tuxedo site, that it would fit in naturally with some of the plans that are moving along there. The other site, the other project, the multipurpose, we didn't define anything further than the fact that there are these other sites and there's places to look at. The economic impact in 1 year for both of these facilities is $67 million, 456 direct jobs, $4 million in tax revenue. And in 5 years, the economic impact is $95 million, 582 direct jobs, and $5.5 million in tax revenue. At this point, we really just wanted to bring to you the findings of the study at a very high level, give you a copy of the report, which I think you should all have, ask you to look through it. We'd like to come back in the next quarter of, I'd say the first quarter of 2024, and start talking about next steps with this process. Again, we've paid for a consultant. The consultant confirmed our idea that we're in a prime position for a conference center. Now we need to determine what our next steps are, if they are, and what the legislature and the executive determine would be those next steps. So we've got the information that we wanted at this point. We have a firm handle on the fact that we can sustain a conference center, and we need to determine what those next pieces of the puzzle will be, if in fact the concept is something that this body is agreeable with.
Anybody have a question on that conference center? Location, anything? I do have a question. Is there a committee that's been put together for the conference center?
I defer back to you.
Not yet. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we have to have a little more meat in the bones before we put that together. We have to make sure that this is the direction that the county wants to go in. But the good news is that not only can we support one, we can support two in the county. And that was, we were both a little surprised, like, what do you mean two? They're like, absolutely. And at the same time, there's other places in the state that are trying to get a conference center going. And I've been told by many people at very high levels of tourism that this county is just so ripe for it, because we're just far enough away from New York City. Frankly, the conferences in New York City are very expensive. They have a whole host of other issues going on there. They want to be out of the city. And there's so many New York State organizations that just simply do not have locations for conferences, that, you know, they just want to stay in the state and they're forced to go outside the state. And, you know, further talks about how these things get funded, how have others done it, how have they been successful, places very similar to us geographically away from an urban center like we are. So all those things we can talk through, but.
Like Amanda said, the last 2 or 3 pages of this report are professional associations that are located nearby that they thought would be a great avenue to start recruiting for people that are interested in going to conferences. When you've got, you know, the American Architects Association located in New York City, right up your alley, they're going to want to hold their annual event. And we want to make sure that they have a place to hold those events that's not too far. You know, we have this conversation all the time. Instead of going to Niagara Falls or Buffalo, we want them to come to us.
I'll tell you, right in New Windsor, there's the World Mission Society of God, and I know they booked the Lincoln Center and Javits Center just to hold a conference. Wow. Okay, and their location in New Windsor. So that, you know, there's a lot of different types of businesses and organizations that this can benefit.
And this factors into what Amanda talks about every month when she comes in here to see you about hotel rooms and visitation and rooms being booked up on the weekends and how do we fill in the midweek. Yep, this gets people coming and filling up those rooms midweek and spending money in our county and helping keep our taxes down.
Thank you for that. Questions? Great presentation. Anyone? Everyone wants to go home? Okay. Thank you both very much for coming in, updating us on everything. Keep the momentum.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Without further ado, motion to convene. Thank you all very much.